What's up, Husker Nation? This is Quinn Clark, a 2024 wide receiver commit, and this is the Boys Down Bad podcast.
All right, this is the Boys Down Bad podcast, and we are super excited to welcome on one of the newest Nebraska football recruits, Quinn Clark, to the pod. Quinn, welcome on, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You bet. We're super excited to talk to you. So you got to tell us, what has life been like since you committed to be a Husker?
It's been great, especially like the fact that I don't have to deal with recruiting anymore. I just get to know the recruits, get to know the coaches and the current players. It's been great, and just super supportive fan base. So life's been good.
100%. That's awesome to hear. Talk a little bit about the support you've gotten from Husker Nation. Have they just been blowing your phone up?
Yeah, definitely. Right after I committed, I got a lot of love. The fact that my dad played there, a lot of old connections kind of popped up. They hit me up. It's good to meet some people that knew my dad, and just support. Whether that's on Twitter or Instagram or any social media. Just the support. Makes me feel good about my decision and where I'm going to be spending the next 4 to 5 years.
Absolutely. What was the feeling like when you tweeted out your commitment and you just saw the support just pouring in?
It felt good. It kind of just like added that cherry on top. Is like, yeah, I made the right decision. It felt really good, and I had no regrets, obviously.
Yeah, 100%. Well, we think you definitely made the right decision. So growing up, was it always football for you? Did you always want to play in college? Was that kind of the dream?
Yeah, it was always to kind of do what my dad did, go play college football, and then hopefully, go play professional ball. But, college was really the first step, and, just being able to, you know, be given the opportunity to play at the next level and, play at this school, and play where my dad went. It's kind of just like a dream. So it feels great.
Yeah, so kind of talking about high school football, what's it really like in Montana? I mean, we just haven't heard anything about it. So what's it kind of like playing in Montana?
The competition's not really great. You by the end of the season you're playing in under 20-degree weather, sometimes negative. It pretty bad. But it makes you tough. It makes you tough. We got some. There's like good players up here for sure, but the competition is not like Texas or California or Florida. But as far as like, there's some tough guys here, and as far as like weather wise, like I'm prepared. I can handle any weather at this point. But the competition's pretty mid, I would say. But I did 7-on-7, and it was good to kind of get out of the state, get different looks, bigger competition, better competition. So but high school here is like, I love it here. It's cool. Football season, it's great. It's normally nice out, and then it gets to those colder months, and it kind of becomes hell. But
I feel like it's good to have experience in cold weather before you come down to Nebraska, because some games here can get pretty crazy too. So that's good that you have that experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're playing wide receiver and safety right now.
Yeah, I play wide receiver and free safety.
What's kind of the harder position out of those two?
I would really say probably wide receiver at our school, at least. Like my coach really just lets me kind of just roam around the field, read the quarterback, and just try to go get picks. I'm not so much of a run fit. I think this year I'm being put more as a run fit, but in the past, it's just been Quinn, just look at the quarterback and just go like track a ball down. So they make it really easy for me on defense. Offense, obviously, we got a bunch of plays I gotta remember, and a bunch of different routes I gotta run and different ways to run the route. So I would say wideouts most definitely the harder position for my personal high school.
And so coming to Nebraska, are you straight up wide receiver, or are they thinking a little safety for you as well?
Probably wide receiver. I know I camp, they have me doing a bunch of stuff, defensive stuff, offensive stuff, but right now I'm wide out for sure.
So let's talk a little about Nebraska. Can you take us through your commitment story, kind of from start to finish, of how you got to be a Husker?
Yeah. So I was back in like early spring. Omar hit me up, and he said come down to the spring game, and unfortunately I wasn't able to make it to that due to a sevens tournament, and it was like one of our last ones. So I really wanted to go spend that last tournament with the guys, and so then we got later into camp season, and we were kind of like, do we want to go to Nebraska? Do we not? We were really on the fence about it. So I got a call from one of my uncle's friends, and he's got ties in the program and all that. And he's like, no, you need to come down here. You show what you can do, and you're gonna go get this O. And so that we signed up for the camp right there. We had a couple camps before Nebraska. It was my third camp in 3 days. And I went down to camp and I just showed him what I could do. And then about halfway through the camp, Matt Rhule called me over and offered me right on the field. So that was kind of like the first step. And then from that, right after camp, we got an official set up. So that was the next week. So we flew back out that next week after my team camp for high school. Flew back out, did an official. Obviously I loved it. Loved the guys, Danny, Roger, Davon, all those guys. It was great bonding with them. Carter, obviously. So I've just loved the whole official, loved the coaches, had a great experience. And I kind of knew before my official, I kind of knew I wanted to go there, but I just really wanted to be sure. But by the end of the official, I was like, yeah, I want to be here. And so I ended up committing.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, so kind of just talking about like the recruiting process for you, was it like a fun process? Was it just like stressful? Because I mean, I can kind of see both sides, but kind of what was your like overall experience like?
I thought it was definitely cool because I know a lot of kids in Montana don't really get um that option really. It's the recruiting's really like not really a big thing here. I mean, in-state schools are all over the kids that are in state, but out of state schools really don't look in Montana much. So I didn't take it for granted, and it was stressful obviously, but and a little chaotic, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed getting to know all the different coaches around the country, traveling to go take visits to schools. But on the other hand, it's like you're getting calls, texts, emails every day, and it gets a little chaotic, but I overall enjoyed it. And I think it was a great experience to just get to meet coaches, just see kind of what colleges are all about, and just kind of find out what I personally want to do for the next 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, for sure. So you talked a little bit about it earlier, but I wanted to ask, how big of a factor was your family ties to Nebraska in your decision? Like you said, your dad was an absolute stud back in the day. I think I read that some other members of your family went to Nebraska. How big of a factor did that play in your decision?
Not too much, but I know it was always there. I have family down there, so I'm obviously not just gonna be alone on my own in college. I got cousins down there, and just the fact that like when I said like I wanted to like kind of do what my dad did, like the fact that I could be playing at the same school that he had played at was really big for me. But and then the fact that my mom had gone there, my grandpa went there a few years, and it's just like I have so much family down there already. And it was really just like, yeah, my family's down there. I have a second family down there, my team. And so, and most importantly, I love the place in general. So it was, I mean, I think it was a big part, but at the same time, I really want to, blaze my own path rather than like really try to follow theirs. But it's cool to have that family ties and, family in Nebraska already. So I can have family support while I'm there.
What were kind of the main things you were looking for in a college, either academics or, football wise, and what made Nebraska really stand out to you?
I mean, one of the big things was just a good culture. I think Matt Rhule's been there. He hasn't been there that long, and I think he's done really great things while he's been there. He's got a really strong family. All the coaching staff, like I don't see any issues in that. I think they're all very tight knit, and I think we're gonna do big things this season. And like as far as like, I just wanted to be a part of the reshaping of this program. A lot of programs like kids commit to programs who have been, you know, just have been successful in the past years. And Nebraska's kind of in a slump right now, but I don't want to be somebody who just jumps on the train late. Like I want to be a part of building that. And I think that will build a lot of character for me and for the program as well. And I think Nebraska is a great school. I can get a good degree there, and that was really just the reason that I committed, to be honest.
So we talked to a lot of recruits, and we always ask them, what kind of guy is Rhule? What were you looking for in a coach? I want to flip that on you a little bit. When you talk to Coach Rhule, what is he looking for in players that he's recruiting?
I think he's looking for For me personally, I mean, I'm coming from Montana, so I'm just going to use me as an example. Like, I think he's looking for potential players he could build up. And I think I've seen a couple comments on Twitter, like, why is he recruiting these 3 stars, like kids who are unranked and all that? And I really truly believe this. Like, I think he's recruiting kids that he can develop and, make who he wants to be and create leaders and get playmakers. So to benefit the team rather than just going for the big names like 5 stars and stuff. He wants to have players that he can coach and build up to fit the team. And I think I was one of them. I showed out and I wanted to show my athleticism. That was my big thing when I went to camp. And, I think he noticed that. And I think that's a big thing he's been recruiting off of, just natural ability and, coachability. Most importantly, just being able to build those players up and make them who he wants to be.
Yeah, I love that answer. I feel like we've talked to a lot of guys, and he's been offering a lot of dudes like during these camps that you're going to. Like he'll just in the middle of the camp, he'll come up. That's got to be a pretty cool feeling because that's what happened to you, right?
Yeah. I think I just finished a one-on-one rep. I won the rep, and he's like, "Where's your mom at?" And I called my mom over. She was taking videos, and he was like, he didn't even say it to me. He just said, "I want to offer your son to my mom," and I think that was a really cool experience for my mom to be involved in that as well. So, and I think it was cool for him to do it on the field. He said he doesn't get an opportunity to do it on the field a lot, and I think he was pretty happy about that too. But I think it was a great experience for me and my mom.
Yeah, so we hear a lot of guys talking about like Matt Rhule is like building a new culture. What has kind of been like the focal point when he's been talking about this like new culture, and what kind of like is getting guys to buy into that?
I think he wants to build better teammates. I know that I think he's made a few statements on like Twitter or that have been put on Twitter. Like he wants to be good teammates, good leaders. Integrity, players with integrity, people who can focus in big moments, kids who can make plays when needed, and just a person who will commit to the team. Be there on time, be there at weights, 100% at practice, give your all. And I think that's really one of his big things. And he's a big family guy too. So I think that like if you're gonna put 100% into this family, you're gonna get 100% out of it. And I think that's like kind of like one of his things he goes by.
I want to talk a little bit about Danny Dimes. That's kind of how we started talking. You commented on one of our posts saying about his peer recruiting. He's been working really hard on that. What's your relationship with Danny like? And what do you kind of expect with him over the next couple of years in Nebraska?
I love Danny. He was one of the first guys who talked to me at when we got off the bus in the morning for the official. And we just bonded from there. He was in my ear the whole official, like, you want to commit, you want to commit, you want to commit. And he's like, I'll throw you the ball and like all that stuff. And it was good to bond with the other guys too. But I think Danny was really one of the big ones that was just in my ear, like tell me what Nebraska's about, like showing me around places. And I think he was a big, like, he was already committed. So I think that was like one of the things, like, because I was a little anxious to commit. So I think that kind of comforted me and to eventually commit. And I think he was a big part of it, and I think all the guys were a big part of it. But yeah, and I think I built great relationships with them so far, and I'm looking forward to building stronger ones.
Yeah, you bet. Chris, you got any questions?
So kind of talk about the coaching staff. Let's talk about Coach McGuire a little bit. He's not much older than us. A lot of guys say he's too young to be a coach. What kind of makes him a good recruiter and then a good wide receivers coach? What kind of makes him kind of stand out across the country a little bit?
Yeah, he is young. What is he, like 24?
I think 24, 23.
So
Yeah,
he is younger than us.
He is younger than us. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's good. The fact that he's already coaching the NFL around some of those guys, and he can learn from them and they can learn from him. And he played college football too. So I think the fact that he's already coaching the NFL and already has that experience, and the fact that he's so young, I mean, it's going to be easier to relate to him. He's really easy to talk to. He's a really friendly guy. I like his teaching style a lot. It's super like creative, and like he'll build you up. He's not gonna scream at you in the film room or anything. He's gonna tell you what you need to hear, and he's gonna tell you how to fix what you're doing. And I think that like I said the fact that he's young, it's going to be really easy to relate to him, and it has been really easy to relate to him. And he's a real playful guy. He's not all serious, and that was a big thing for me. Like, just so I know that I'm gonna have, like, obviously there's a hierarchy between players and coaches, but that other homie,
Yeah.
that's gonna be in the film room. Is gonna be coaching me and trying to make me the best player I can be.
Yeah. I love that.
What is one part of your game that you feel like really separates yourself from any other like player in the country?
I'm pretty coordinated, and you don't really get that a lot out of somebody who's 6'5" and is fast. So I think one of my athleticism, honestly, my ability to go up and get a ball and make plays in big moments, and that's been a big thing for me in high school. Just that, like, having to make big plays in big moments here. And, especially in weather, just like no matter what, just resiliency, just you got to make a big play. You got to go get a ball, you got to dial something in. You got to be a leader. I think that's one of my big things, just being able to produce. There you go.
All right. I got one more question for you. A little chance to pump up Husker Nation a little bit. What is Husker Nation getting in Quinn Clark?
You're getting a guy who has a friendly kid, a kid who's always going to try to do the right thing. Kid who's going to show back or give love back to the fans and the kids, and somebody's going to make plays, bro. Somebody's going to turn the program around for sure.
Yeah, I love that.
Absolutely.
Fired me up. Boys, you got any more questions?
That's all I got.
How does it make you feel like when you think about playing in front of 90,000, walking out of that tunnel for the first time in a Husker uniform? What does that make you like? What are the emotions like when you think about that? Close your eyes.
It feels great. Back to my dad, just being able to do the same thing my dad did, and being able to play in front of a sold out stadium every game. It shows in the fans, it shows in the town, the city, and even just the state. Like, it's just Nebraska, and I love the fact that the fan base is like that, and I'm looking forward to being around it more.
Yeah, you bet. That's awesome. Sweet. Well, Quinn, thank you so much for coming on, man. We really appreciate it, and we can't wait to see you in red here soon.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
You bet. Go Big Red, baby.
Yes, sir.
All right. This is the Boys That Mad podcast. We're back after a fantastic week at the Pinnacle Bank Championship. Shout out again to Herdat, Indian Creek, Pinnacle Bank for having us out. We had fun on the boat. Hasn't been released yet, but it will be. We're waiting on that.
It'll be out.
It's a good time.
It's good to be back on land.
Yeah. It was a good experience. The guy overshot us twice trying to throw us a ball. One of the golfers. That was tough, but
still don't know who Guy is.
I think he might have been in some of their videos, but I don't remember his name.
Unfortunately, I do not know his
No
name.
idea. Nope.
I know he's a Strixon guy.
He's a Strixon guy. But that was a great time. Boys, how we doing?
Good.
Doing pretty good.
Feeling good? Chris, you had some news for us.
Yeah, so I was at Husker football practice this morning, media availability, and Huskers look good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Give it up. Give it up. It's the first time Chris has admitted this year.
They look game ready. They look focused. Drop passes were minimal. Fumbles were non-existent.
Oh, sounds like bad defense. Not forcing fumbles.
Could look at it that way too.
Could.
Jeff Sims looked on point. A lot of special teams work, but they look good too.
Okay.
Offensive line looked good. They're getting after it.
Have you guys been watching the All In videos?
I've been trying not to.
Those. If you don't want to be really pumped up, don't watch it because our O-line looks good.
The rule speeches are what,
Yeah.
like you actually are like, all right, I'll run through a brick wall for this guy.
Seems like he just has a lot of respect too.
Yeah.
Like no one's messing around when he's talking. Like they're all in.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So do you want to switch sides?
I do not. Still got to see it on the field.
Are you
against another team?
Yep. Do you feel better about, like, have your thoughts changed at all for Minnesota?
No. I still think we'll lose to Minnesota.
Do you
But it
think
might
it's
be
gonna
closer. It might be closer.
Okay, we're getting him closer to.
I mean,
saying-
So would you say
I feel better than I did week 1 of fall camp
Did you say
when
that
I
we
saw
would
practice.
hypothetically cover?
Yeah, I would go to say that we lose by less than a touchdown.
I saw the line has moved.
Yeah, it
To
keeps
what?
getting closer to
7.
yeah, slowly moving.
Yeah, I would.
I might close it like 5.
Get on it now.
I'd be confident in saying we'd lose by a touchdown or less.
So get on that now if
Take
you can.
that.
Get on it now.
Yeah.
So we got what? 3 weeks or 2.5
like
weeks?
2.5.
2 weeks
days.
from Thursday. It's like what, 16,
16
days
days.
out or
Oh
something?
my gosh.
So by the time this airs, 11 days.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
16 days from now, so it'd be what? 13? 13 days from
Yeah.
Friday?
Good,
You're
good
right.
math.
Yep, 13.
Because 14 days from Thursday. So 13 days
Yeah.
from Friday.
Oh,
Yeah, 13.
it's close. It's almost
Ooh.
here.
It's getting there.
And then NFL starts September 7th.
Yes.
Do you know who the first NFL game is on Thursday?
Chiefs, Lions.
Yes.
Chiefs Lions. Interesting game.
Yeah,
Lions could win that, I
Go
feel like.
Lions.
little
Yeah,
Super Bowl
go Lions.
hangover.
Lions money line.
Oh, whoa. He's already got his pick.
What's
Is
the
that your
what's the
boys
line?
down bad parlay pick?
6.5.
It's only 6.5. Oof.
Lions could be
Definitely like the
sneaky.
Lions to cover. What's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
over? Like 52.
I
It's
do
gonna
not
be
know what the
huge.
over under is. It's
gotta be
probably in the
huge.
50s.
Yeah.
Because both defenses are bad.
Anyway, Huskers back.
Huskers looks like they've improved.
He wants to say that they're back so bad.
Yeah, he does.
Nope.
But he's not.
54 and
Got-
a half.
So they, how much? 54 and a half?
54 and a half.
Jeez.
Gosh.
It's a big first one. First game over under. So you would say that they've definitely improved since the last time you saw them.
Yeah, 2 weeks. So I didn't go to the second week of media availability. I was busy. But so from week 1 to week 3, definitely improvement.
Okay.
All the way around.
You got to think that they're just getting better every day.
1% better is
Imagine
what they
how
say.
good they'd be in 14 days, 13 days, whatever you said.
Yeah, it could happen. If I see it on the field against Minnesota, then I'll be in.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, okay. It's good news. Good news. All right. Any more Husker news? I think we're going to talk about one other Husker thing later, but
I don't think there was any other major news that came out.
Saw
Huskers.
Casey is on Team Japan for the FIBA World Cup.
Yeah.
I did see that.
He's
It's
balling
exciting.
out.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Good for him.
he deserves it.
Good competition too. So he'll come. Hopefully, he'll come in just raining threes again.
Yeah. It'd be ideal.
Cool. All right. Let's move into the down bads of the week. Trev, let's start with you.
Yeah, my down bad is Nebraska. Just released some alternate jerseys. Some people love them, some people hate them. I personally hate them, as per usual with our alternate jerseys. Just cannot figure it out. It's not that hard. I don't know. If you haven't seen them, there's a little blue outline on the numbers, which is supposed to commemorate the 100th year of Memorial Stadium. I don't know. Why is it blue? We're not blue. Go big red. We're Nebraska. We're always red. Scarlet, excuse me, with a little cream. I don't like the blue. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts, but
I mean, they wore blue the first game in Memorial Stadium
so
because they played Oklahoma
100 years
and both
ago.
teams. But that's why they're doing it, is to commemorate the 100-year. And like they wore blue against Oklahoma because both teams wore red, and Oklahoma didn't bring other jerseys. They only brought their red jersey, so then we had to wear blue.
Choke job by Oklahoma.
Yeah, so you can blame Oklahoma for
Yeah.
us being blue.
No, I blame Adidas.
I don't hate 'em. I think
I think the design's fine. I just hate the blue. It's just
from what I've seen in the past, they could have been much worse. So it's, I mean, like the mesh numbers, that's the one I always look back on, is like that. The thought process was almost there, but then they just did the numbers. And I was like, this looks stupid. There's no difference, which like these, you can't really tell a difference, but it's an interesting like reasoning behind it. It's not just like a mesh number.
It's really no different besides the blue outline.
Yeah, it's
like
just
it's our regular jerseys just with the blue numbered outline.
I personally do not like him, and I've said this. I think if you go blue, you go all the way blue, or like I'm picturing in my head like something like the Ole Miss baby blue ones that they wear, where it's like mainly blue, but there's a little bit of red and white, like on the helmets and stuff. But
I mean, the reason that they didn't go fully blue is because Nebraska's demographic is older fans, and the old fans would not have been on board for a blue uniform.
or would they have been more on board?
No, they would have hated it. They don't like.
I
when
don't.
they
Well,
wear
if you're
black.
commemorating the 100 years, the
I
older
think they
people
would
would
still-
probably.
There's other ways to commemorate 100 years than putting blue on your uniform. I just think it's stupid. Why does it have to be blue? Oh, because we played 100 years ago, we wore a blue uniform. Who gives a shit? Who cares?
It's fair.
That's
Yeah.
where
Well,
I'm at.
We can't do anything about it.
No.
They're wearing them.
What
Switch to
game are they
Nike,
wearing them?
Northwestern.
Yeah.
I was thinking if maybe the team we played was blue, that they didn't go all blue, but Northwestern's not blue.
No. I don't know. I don't know.
I have a uniform question that we might not have the answer to. Can you just like say if we wanted to wear all red or all white one game, like can we just do that? Like, or does that have to go towards like an alternate uniform? If we already have like, it's the same as our home or away. We're just wearing the same color pants.
I think it has to go towards alternate.
That's
I think
what I
you
did.
have your home jerseys and your away jerseys, and like you always wear that if you're on the road or if you're at home.
It's like, why don't we just?
But
If
like
you-
Oregon wears all different.
But they're technically alternate uniforms every time they wear a different one.
So they just don't really have like a home.
Yeah, they just wear alternates every time.
So we can wear it whenever we want. We just have
Yeah,
to
you
call
just have to call it
alternate,
alternate jerseys.
which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the all white. I think if we came out all white against like Colorado,
Maybe comment if you like them or hate
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Let us
like-
know what you think.
Be interesting to see what the. Maybe we could put out a
haven't-
poll.
Yeah, I haven't dove super far into it on Twitter. I want to see like the comments and what
people are not a huge fan.
they're not.
Really, a lot of people don't like them.
I think that people just think it's weird.
They don't like the concept, or they don't like the how they look.
I think it's how they look.
So they're okay with the blue, but just not like that.
I don't think they. I don't know. It's a lot of people are just saying like, ew, like these are gross.
Yeah, Trevin sent the puke
Puke
emoji.
face.
Yep.
Puke face.
Yep.
I think they look fine. I will say that the design's fine. That's not much different. I think the sleeves are cool, but the blue,
It's fair. Nebraska down bad. Peters, what do you got?
Yeah, my down bad is our childhood because the blind side is apparently a lie. So Michael Orr was not adopted. He was put into a conservatorship, which, for those of you who don't know, that's what Britney Spears is under. So she doesn't get, he like apparently isn't getting fairly compensated for how much like the blind side brought in. So Barstool Radio had SJ Tui on. And he said that Michael Orr was compensated and that this wasn't like new news to him. Like he had heard about it back in like 2020 or 2021. That's also coming from somebody whose family put him in the conservatorship. So got to take that with a grain of salt. But it was a wild story when it came across
Yeah.
my timeline of like Michael Orr blindside story, not real. I was
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. Like one of the, probably up there with most popular like sport movies of like our generation growing up. And yeah, that was insane. And that he's, well, when did he find out about it? Did he claim?
He says he found out about it February of 23. But I think
Okay.
he has a book coming out. So like
Oh.
soon, which like timeline wise get some extra publicity for the book.
Yeah, true. I'm sure they'll get some sort of documentary coming
Yeah.
about it down the road. It's crazy.
I also didn't realize that I think it was Hugh Freeze was Michael Orr's coach in high school. Michael Orr committed to Ole Miss. Hugh Freeze got a job at Ole Miss. So like kind of crazy to think. I mean, you watch the movie and it's like they were saying, oh, you can go anywhere you want. Like, you can go to Tennessee if you want to. And then it's like, that just is far from the truth is what it seems like now. It's like, you're going to go to Ole Miss and you don't have any other choice.
Yep.
Which is probably how the story actually went. Like, the movie tried to make it more of like a feel-good story. But I don't know. The 2Es, maybe they aren't as good of people as we thought they were.
I mean, no movie really makes it like all truth. Like every movie based on a true story, like fabricates stuff to make it
the biggest
better.
difference is the adoption versus
To the
conservatorship.
Yeah, but you're not going to make a movie about
Right.
a guy in
Conservatorship, yeah.
Because they like lied about that when they were making the movie.
Yeah.
They said he was adopted.
Oh yeah, and the people making the movie definitely knew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They just Hollywood shine their light. And,
So
yeah, tough.
Yeah. Very
down
tough.
bad. Michael Orr, kind of. I mean, I feel bad for him if he's not getting paid
Yeah,
what he should be.
for sure.
But also our childhood, because that was one of the better sports movies when we
Yeah.
were growing up.
Agreed.
It's on Sunday afternoon. You just toss it, like, just tune in for it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So down bad childhood.
Good one. I have an up good / down bad. Up good is Spartans and former Spartans. Down bad is anyone who coaches against the Spartans, which would be Chris. Because the Spartans, as we speak right now, are playing in the American Legion World Series championship game.
National championship
Against a team from Texas.
Yeah. League City, Texas.
Um,
Currently down 1-0 in the first.
East.
Yes.
It's fine. They'll figure it out.
They got good coaching. They'll figure it
Yeah.
They got really good coaching.
We'll coach him up.
Just pretty crazy year for the Spartans. Winning state, first Lincoln team to win it in forever.
Since the 70s.
Since the 70s, and then going to a regional, winning the regional, playing in the championship game. Pretty crazy. Proud of those boys. Love them all.
It is a good accomplishment. I will give them that. Like you have to have. I mean, they have a ton. Like, you need luck to get there. Like, obviously, you're not going to just. But they do have a ton of talent to get there. And I mean, everything's gone right for them, which you have to. I mean, you're not just going to get to the World. Like, every team that goes to a World Series, like whether it's MLB or like if you go to the Super Bowl, you need some luck to go your way to like get there.
Yeah.
But like, you also need the talent. God forbid the coaching. So like, I will give them credit for that. Like, you need everything to fall right, but you need the talent and the coaching to get there. So good for them.
Their pitching has been really good.
Their pitching is outstanding.
They give up like 4 runs in 4 games.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
In the World Series.
Doing it
On like
without-
4 pitchers, I think they've only used.
That's crazy to me.
Maybe they've used 5.
They also don't have 3 of their best players.
Yeah.
If they had their 3 best players, they would no doubt win it. I'm fully confident of that.
Some would say the coaching is put in more because they don't have 3 of their best players.
Yeah.
So it's
Some would
actually
say
more
that.
impressive.
Yeah. Some people, but on the other hand, that's a good point.
He's in
but
so much pain.
I am. In a lot
How
of
is he
pain.
tight-roping this one?
Yeah.
But like,
Is he gonna
other
spin
people have
zone
said
this?
like those kids like that wouldn't have got to play are now stepping up, like knowing that more is on their plate. Like,
Means they're going to be even better.
I got to step up. I got to raise my game to fill in for those guys that are missing. So there's that too. Like,
Next
they
man
have
up.
a chip on their shoulder. Like, okay, those guys are out. I wouldn't have played. Now I'm like a starter. So it's like I got to raise my game.
Yeah.
They
Getting
have.
those-
Good for them.
Coaches getting them into a good mindset,
Yeah.
Sure.
boosting their
Yep.
morale.
Yep. Sure.
It's a good day to be a Spartan.
Great day to be a
Graduate
Spartan.
of Lincoln East.
Go
Yeah.
Spartans. Let's go.
Go Sparks.
Chris,
Go
what's your
Rugs.
down bad?
My down bad is going to
Rugs,
be
yeah.
Wander Franco. So if you haven't heard about this, he's a shortstop for the Tampa Bay Rays. And there was a social media post with a 14-year-old, I think. Is that
Yeah.
right? With him in a relationship with a 14-year-old. And he was like paying her money to stay quiet. And she was like, if you don't keep paying me, I'm going to post all this stuff. And he was stopped paying her. And so she posted a ton of social media posts with him, and it got out, and now he's suspended
Without
And-
pay.
without pay.
Which is the right thing to do.
Correct.
Yes.
You can't pay him still.
Yeah. But not a good look. I think he's 22, 23, something like that.
Terrible. Just terrible.
So she would be in what? 8th grade?
Yeah.
7th grade? 8th grade?
8th grade, potentially going to be like a freshman. this
Freshman in
year.
high school? Yikes.
Yeah, tough scene.
That is not great.
Not good
if
at
you're
all.
Wander Franco. Probably you'll be out of the league if
A lot of jokes
if
about
proven true.
him getting sent to the minors, and that would be an upgrade for him.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be,
Yeah.
considering he could be out of the league.
And he likes minors.
That was the joke.
He didn't get
Oh.
it. He didn't get it.
I did not get
Just
it.
went
didn't
right
get it.
over his head.
That's, yeah, just right over my head,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's terrible.
It's just not even close either. Like,
No.
that's
Especially as a MLB player, like, not. I mean, what
you
do
have to
do?
see
What are
a
you
problem
doing?
with that.
Yeah. I mean, you
So-
got to know she's 14.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
What are you doing as an MLB player?
Yeah.
Like,
She can't be doing her math homework.
I'm
when you're
sure a
hanging
lot
out.
of girls like want to be with you as an MLB player,
Yeah.
and
I
like
know.
you choose a 14-year-old.
It's
Which,
just
like-
bad. It's just bad.
You have to think. I mean, this obviously didn't just start.
It's
So-
got to be going on for a while.
So, like, how young was that relationship?
Yeah.
Potentially.
Ugh.
potentially-
Don't even want to
Yeah, I
think
don't
about
want
that
to think about it.
Yeah.
because it
It's
could
not
be
good.
bad.
Not good at all.
very
Um,
bad.
Very bad. Good down bads. Let's quickly do our BDB3 before we do Immaculate Grid. We've got a good one this week, I think. We're going to do our BDB3 is top 3 short kings. We all love the short kings. We have one on this podcast. Trevin, short king.
Yep.
Let's hear. You want to start?
I have like 10, so I can go last.
Okay,
in case
that's
somebody
fair.
takes mine.
I have 3.
Okay, yep.
Does
Yeah, I
anybody
only have 3 also. So
I
You
have
wanna start?
I have 3.
I can.
Jeez.
Go ahead.
I can think of more.
All right, I can start. All right, number 3, I'm gonna go with Brian Harmon.
I knew you'd have him.
That's a good.
I didn't think about that one. That's
That was
good.
my
Recent-
first guy I thought of.
Recent
really
Open championship winner. Like I said, when he won the Open, it's kind of, golf is now in a sport where bombers dominate, and he kind of proved that you don't have to be a bomber. You can kind of plot your way around a course and still win a major tournament.
Good one.
So it was kind of good to see. Number 2, I'm going to go with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
My list.
I'm a huge Kevin Hart fan. All of his movies I think are pretty funny. He's a good comedian. And then number 1, I'm going to go with Terrence Crawford.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Kind of talked about him a lot, I think 2 weeks ago when he beat Errol Spence, but nobody expected anything of him with how small he is. But then he's just got a ton of power, and now he's the best fighter in the world.
That's a good list.
Had to redeem myself a
Brian
little
Harmon.
bit.
Yeah, you
got a
did.
lot of
of
bad
flack.
comments from the last
Little
one.
King.
Stand by it.
Oh, Little King.
Little
That's-
King.
Little
yeah.
King.
Little King.
Little King.
Shout
You
out.
should have said Little King.
I should have.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
a
blown
choice.
opportunity right there. Those were good. Brian Harmon got me. That's funny.
I can go.
'Kay.
So I did have Kevin Hart. I'm going to swap Kevin Hart for my BDB3 of short kings with Bruno Mars.
Oh.
5'6". That was
Yeah.
shocking.
Yep.
Wow.
My number 2 is Lionel Messi.
Mm.
That's pretty self-explanatory. The GOAT.
Yeah.
Number 1, I went with Spud Webb. He was, I think, like 5'7", and he won the NBA dunk contest, which is quite impressive because as a 6'2" guy, I can barely touch rim still, and he was 5'7" and beat out like Dominique Wilkins. So, kind of a stud short king.
It's impressive.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good list. So I had Kevin Hart as my 3rd. So I'll sub that for Dustin Pedroia. He just always looked like out of place when he was in the box. Like he just looked so small, and he just raked for his entire career. So Dustin Pedroia. Number 2, I'm going to go with Wee Man from Jackass.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just an awesome guy. Just doesn't care. Will do whatever. Wee man. And then my number 1 is gonna be Yoda.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yoda. I mean,
that.
you can't. Just the best
Yep.
Jedi. He's just. I mean, he's iconic. So that's my
Another
BDB
good
three.
list.
Thank you.
Yeah. I had Brian Harmon, Kevin Hart, and Yoda, so I got to dig deep.
Oh.
I got some extras though.
Were those your top 3 that you were gonna use?
They were but I figured they'd be taken.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, I'm gonna go with Marquise Noel, that little dude from K-State.
Yeah.
That went,
Yeah.
he went off in the tournament.
He was. I loved that guy.
He's probably like 5'6", maybe 5'7", probably 5'7". He was so fun to watch though. He was so good. Number 2, we're gonna go with Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah.
Another just
Yeah.
short guy. Really good, really fun to watch. Number 1, we're going Pablo Sanchez.
Oh,
Just
that's
the
a really
goat
good
of all backyard
Great
sports.
one.
Yep.
Just a little guy. He's good at everything, every sport.
What a pick.
Yeah.
It's a great pick.
Yeah.
Those are some good lists.
Good list.
Any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I had a couple. Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah, Deuce
Also-
Vaughn, shout out Cowboys.
He's gonna be
Okay,
good.
K-State is just the king of little
Short
short guys because they had
Yeah.
Darren Sproles, too.
Yep.
They
Yeah.
had Darren Sproles, Marquise Noel, and Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah.
They're all like
They love the
5'7",
short
and they're all
kings.
good.
I had Baby Mario.
Yeah.
I had Tom Cruise, but he's not a great person, so I
Yeah.
left him off
Yeah.
the list.
Altuve. Like him or
Altuve.
hate
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
He's
Cheater.
really good.
I was gonna say Sproles.
Would you say like Tyreek Hill is short king?
Wonder how tall he is.
I don't know
he's
how
probably
tall he
like
is. Is he under
5'10".
5'8"?
He's gotta. Yeah, he's gotta be a little bit taller. I
I'll
feel
look.
like.
He's probably a
I
little
feel
bit
like I
over
only see him with
5'8".
like helmet on.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
helmet.
He'd be close to 5'8" probably.
Jack Black was surprisingly short.
Yeah,
5'6".
I looked up
Tyreek's-
a list today. I was shocked at some. of
There were a
them.
lot of famous musicians that are
Yeah.
under 5'8".
It says Mark Wahlberg is 5'8".
He's 5'8". He doesn't look 5'8". He
Elton
looks way
John.
taller.
Tyreek's 5'10".
Yeah, I assumed he would be a little bit taller.
Jonah Hill is 5'7".
One of the Jonas Brothers
Uh,
is under 5'8". Joe, I think.
Really?
Because I looked it up and he was on a list of short king,
Hmm.
like famous short kings, and he was 5'8", 5'7".
A short queen that I saw. Lady Gaga is 5'1".
Oh my god.
That's
Really?
insane. I picture her like.
I guess she's
5'8".
always probably wearing like heels or something that makes
Yeah.
her look taller, but
Yeah. That one shocked me.
Kanye
Yeah.
West. I didn't realize he was that short. 5'8".
Usher's short too. He's like 5'6".
It'd be so weird, like seeing these famous short kings.
Yeah.
In
Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton. That was a good one. Any more?
Nope.
That's pretty much it.
All right, let's do Immaculate Grid real quick. All right, we're doing baseball this week.
Oh,
Chris,
let me
do
get
we?
this.
Oh yeah. You do
5
timer.
minutes on the clock.
You have it pulled up over there.
I sure do.
Okay.
What do we got to beat? 6? We haven't beat 6 yet.
6 is the best.
Okay.
We've done.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. I have one for Blue Jays A's. Josh Donaldson.
Yes.
Trying to get
Yep.
the teams
Yep.
out of the way.
Yep.
Because I think the other
Yeah,
ones.
those ones are easy.
Rangers and Orioles. Chris Davis.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Chris Davis.
Did
You said who? The Orioles and Rangers? Is
Yes.
that what you said? Okay.
3,000 hits for the Orioles could be Cal Ripken.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got to be Cal Ripken.
Gotta be.
And then A's would have to be Ricky Henderson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ricky Henderson.
Did he have hits though? He's more of a stolen base guy.
Yeah,
Guess
he
he had to
he would
steal
have
a
had to
bait.
have.
Yeah, I
Gotta
don't
get a
know.
hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Are we 4 for 4?
4 for 4.
Whoa. Okay.
A's and Rangers is Marcus Simeon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, nice.
Ooh. What a pull.
Silver Slugger, Josh Hamilton.
Yes.
And then
Probably
Silver
Bautista.
Slugger
Yeah.
for the
Bautista's
Rangers.
gotta be-
Hamilton and Bautista.
Yep.
Yeah.
Josh
just need one more.
Hamilton.
I know the
Yes.
last,
Two more.
the bottom right,
Oh.
3,000 hits in Silver Slugger.
A-Rod.
Did he win a Silver Slugger? He
Oh,
had to
yeah,
have.
he
Did he have 3,000 hits though?
Yeah.
I don't.
Or Jeter.
I have
Those
no
I don't know
idea.
if Jeter won a Silver Slugger.
I don't think
though.
Jeter won a Silver Slugger.
Try A-Rod. I'm pretty positive he has 3,000 hits.
I don't know if A-Rod has 3,000
Pujols.
hits. Because when he was with the
Pujols?
Yankees,
Pujols has 3,000.
I don't know if Pujols has 3,000 hits.
I'm
He has the home runs, but I don't know if he has 3,000 hits.
I think he would have 3,000. I think A-Rod has 3,000 hits. I'm pretty positive.
I don't know. Should we let's think on it?
Think-
How much
what's
time we
the-
got?
3 minutes.
Oh,
We got
fine.
plenty of
Who
time,
do we?
I think.
What do we need?
Yeah,
What
what do
team
we
do
have?
we need?
We need Orioles and Blue Jays. And then we need Silver Slugger for the Blue Jays. And then just 3,000 hits
Bautista.
Bautista.
for Silver
Blue
Slugger.
Jays.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need Orioles and Blue Jays.
Jose Bautista.
Orioles.
Yes. So we need Orioles, Blue Jays, and then 3,000 hits and Silver Slugger.
245.
Orioles, Blue Jays.
Did Adam Jones play for the Blue Jays?
I don't
I
think,
don't think so.
Was there... Who was that center fielder that they had?
Who?
The Blue Jays. Was it like Pilar? Kevin Pilar? Millar?
The
I don't think
announcer guy?
Pilar played for the Orioles.
What about the
What
announcer?
about
guy?
Encarnacion? Did he play for the Orioles?
I don't think he played for the Orioles
I don't think so.
because Davis would have
Oh.
been there.
2 minutes.
I'm trying to think if A-Rod or Pujols had 3,000 hits.
I-
Because they did a huge thing for Jeter when he got 3,000 hits. I don't know if they ever did that for A-Rod.
I think A-Rod has 3,000. I'd be shocked if he doesn't have 3,000 hits total.
Well, should we just do like a Barry Bonds or something? Somebody who just raked for a couple of years.
Does Barry Bonds have
I don't know
3,000
if he
hits?
has
I don't know if he
3,000
has
hits a
3,000.
lot.
Sure, he was
3,000
more
hits
like-
is
he
a
was more
lot.
a
There's
home run
not
guy.
that many people that have 3,000 plus hits.
I bet Jeter does then. If he has, I bet he
Yeah,
has.
but
a
I don't know
Silver
if he got a
Slugger.
Silver Slugger because he never, he didn't rake. He just got a ton of singles.
Try A-Rod or Derek Jeter.
I think
We
I
only
would
got a
feel
minute.
more comfortable with
I would feel more
Yeah.
comfortable with A-Rod than
I'm fine
I
with
would
A-Rod.
Jeter.
Let's do A-Rod.
Let's focus on the Blue Jays Orioles. Yeah. I think there's a pitcher.
Yeah, there's got.
I was trying to think of.
Rodriguez was correct.
Yeah, 8 for 8. Come on.
So we got to get Orioles,
1 minute
Blue Jays.
left. Got to start ripping through.
There's got to
Played
be a
for the
pitcher.
Blue Jays. It's got to be a pitcher.
Who's?
I was thinking R.A. Dickey, but I don't think that's right. I don't think he played for the Orioles. 40 seconds.
Matt Harvey ever pitched for the Blue Jays? I feel like he pitched for the Orioles.
Oh,
Weeders?
I don't think Vlad Sr. played for the Blue Jays, did he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
19 seconds.
We need it.
The only one I can think, like, pitcher-wise is R.A. Dickey, but I don't think he played.
Do Encarnacion. Screw it. He's
I
been
don't think-
everywhere.
Did an Upton
He's been
play?
everywhere. We got 1 second.
Bartolo Colon?
Just pick one and guess.
Encarnacion, maybe.
Encarnacion for the win.
I don't think he played for the...
Well, we got
No.
no other options.
No. All right, so we went 8 for 9.
It's pretty good, so.
Who did we miss?
Still sad.
Kevin Gosman was the most for Orioles, Blue Jays. He's a pitcher.
I wouldn't have
Starting
got there.
pitcher for the Blue Jays now.
Wouldn't have got there.
Wouldn't have got
Jeter
there.
did have a Silver Slugger and
Ooh.
3,000 hits.
Okay.
Simeon was the most.
We did good.
Henderson was the
that was a
most.
good
Ripken was the most. Bautista, Hamilton. So we got a lot of the most.
Yeah.
We'll get
We were close.
that was good. We'll get 9 here.
I mean, some of those teams are, all of those teams are kind of gross.
Yeah. It's tough.
We need like a Yankees.
Yeah, get rid of the freaking Blue Jays.
Yeah, the Blue Jays have been on it every
The
time.
Orioles have been on there a lot too.
Yeah.
And they've been bad for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to just be teams that like players bounce around from.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it was just like Yankees, Red Sox, I don't know,
You can give up the
15,
money.
please.
24. Ooh, what if you opt out and you get 2 numbers next week?
Ooh.
And then the following week you only get 1. So it's a risk.
That's fair. I like that.
26.
All right.
13.
Gross.
Yeah, let's do one quick one just to get it up there.
Just for 10.
5's nothing. One quick
What do you
one,
know?
just one.
Another spin. What do you
What
know?
was it? Black 13.
Yeah.
12 and 13.
Around it.
Shoot.
It's all right. Just increases the pot.
Does increase the pot. All right, boys. Good pod. Any closing comments?
Get out to Pinnacle Bank if you didn't this year. Get out next year. Get out next year.
Get out there. It's a good time.
Oh. I thought you meant the arena.
No.
Also get out to PGA.
Yeah, and also
Get out
that.
to PBA
Also
this
get out
winter.
there.
Basketball
Yeah.
will be good.
Yeah.
Pinnacle Bank Championship next year. Get out there.
Yes. All right. This is the Boys Down Bad podcast. I'm Dylan.
Peters.
Trev.
I'm Chris.
Have yourselves a top 10 weekend.